Hello. Welcome, everyone, to the first run of the ESA Winter 2026. I'm here with my commentators.
Hi, I'm reprising my role as the person who used to run the game and is now washed. I'm Kyle, hello.
Hi, I'm Kixie. I have not run this game, but I like it, so I think that works.
Perfect. And I am Neil, by the way.
Have you run this game before?
Like once or twice.
Okay.
So yeah, I think we should just get straight into it. And time starts when I select normal mode. So after this, man. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
I guess I'll start. So, this game was made by the same developers as Odyssey, which you'll probably notice. Also, quick message to tech, if we could get the game volume down in mine and Kixie's ears.
Oh my god.
But you'll notice that immediately with the amount of bananas set around, kind of like the moons in Odyssey. The level format is also pretty similar, but in this game we have layers instead of kingdoms.
So right here, I'm just basically running through, trying to get gold and just smashing stats, and get to this banana so I can move to the next area. There's lots of cutscenes that I need to skip at the start.
I enjoyed those few seconds of silence.
I was able to hear things.
Also, Neil's grabbing gold only for the first few layers of the run, because we have basically a big rock that we need to get rid of to get through one of the layers, and that requires 3,000 gold. So for the first 10 or so minutes of the run, we'll be grabbing gold, but after that, it won't matter anymore.
Right there, I just grabbed a checkpoint because I have to go down into this cave to get our friend Oddrock here. Gotta pull him out of the ground. And once we've got him, we just warp back up to that checkpoint. And it saves quite a lot of time. We gotta kill these enemies here to free him, and then do a little bit of whistling.
Oh, beautiful.
It's amazing. And I'm gonna use that checkpoint. And just go straight to the end of this layer.
Yeah, so a lot of movement in this game is kind of revolves around the chunks. So most of like aerial movement will grab a chunk first and then go into the air, because we can use it to essentially vault ourselves. There is a really long explanation on the main movement that Neil has provided me with that I'll read out when it becomes relevant. It's not that long, to be fair.
I still don't know if you pronounce that FATS or F-A-T-S.
Fats.
Fats.
Yeah.
FATS.
Fats and
Yeah,
A-fats.
of course. Yeah. And A-FATS, yeah. There's a lot of interesting naming in this game. There's a lot of skips we will see coming up that people got quite creative with naming. I personally can't wait for the chicken jockey skip.
Chicken jockey clip.
Like, my bad, sorry.
Yeah.
I remember the important part.
So yeah, in each layer there's also sub-layers. So you might, no, you will not see the text when it when it shows that we just switched sub-layers. So we're still in the same level, but yeah, some layers have sub-layers within them.
Also, in this game, you will almost never see Donkey Kong walk.
Yeah,
that's true.
And hopefully soon we see him fly.
Maybe. So this is the first Bananza transformation of the game. It's the Kong transformation. There's a very long cutscene to get it. And it's just Donkey Kong, but bigger, stronger, faster, I think. And you can pull chunks out of the ground faster and break walls faster. That's basically all he does. Oh yeah, and this is Pauline, by the way. That was what was in the rock. She's what allows us to transform into the Bananzas. There's a tutorial here, but I actually don't want to do it, so I'm just gonna leave. For the first few days, we thought we had to do those, and they are very long. And then somebody realized you can just leave. And some more dialogue. Luckily, the rest of the run does not have this much dialogue.
Yeah, and also I think the language doesn't matter, right?
No.
Because text doesn't scroll like it does in Odyssey, it's just set text boxes.
Yeah. At least that's what we think. Nobody's tested anything.
It is still quite a new game.
Yeah.
I do love the language combination that you chose.
Japanese and English?
Yes.
Oh, that didn't work.
So yeah, we've now transformed, which means we can smash through things a lot easier. So materials in the game have varying levels of hardness, basically. And when you're in the Kong Bananza, especially metal walls like that one we just went through, you would not go through that just by rolling with regular DK. So that's the main way that we utilize the Kong Bananza.
Yeah, and breaking through the side of those walls actually makes the walls break faster somehow. So whenever there's a concrete wall, you'll usually see me going to the side of it and just breaking the stone next to it. And here's the first boss fight of the run. We're just gonna go over here, grab this boom rock, so we can throw it. Oh, he jumped. That's not good. Oh no.
Yeah, so now he's metallic again. We have to get a little bit creative. There we go.
That's fine. What I just did there is dive mashing. You try and get on top of the boss. You get on top of the boss and mash B as fast as you possibly can to just do very, very fast damage. And I can't mash as fast as some others can, but I get about 13 clicks per second, and it's pretty fast at that. And people get up to like 20, so it gets kind of insane.
Yeah, there's a lot of things in this game that require just raw mashing speed. It's not exactly the nicest on your forearms.
Yep.
Neil gave us a long list of things to read, and then every other section it was like, oh, and then you have to mash and it hurts my hands.
Yeah. So here is another type of dive spamming. They're very different names. You have to hold down B, or any of the punch buttons actually, and then let go once the red effect appears, and you get a little speed boost every single time, and you have to just do that constantly for the entire tunnel, and it saves about 40 seconds throughout the whole run, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah, those sections would have been way nicer for downtime if you could just hold B, which in the first few days we didn't realize, and then we were suddenly heartbroken when we realized that we weren't going to get any downtime between layers anymore.
Yup. And what I just did there was I collected my smashing stats that I got from the Ingot and Lagoon layers to get 900 gold, which gets me to exactly 3,000, which is what I need to continue through this layer. But first I have to go up here and destroy this void machine.
So is this the last time you collected gold?
Yeah. I will
Also-
not need any more gold for the rest of the run.
Also important to note there, with that thing that Neil just destroyed, normally you would just hold to make music and it would disappear after about 5 seconds, but if you hit it while it's disappearing, it just insta-completes the animation.
I just gotta talk to this Constructone, and he'll destroy this banana for us. There is literally no way to skip this. People have tried so hard. they've gotten so close out of bounds and just not been able to get here because there's just death barriers all over it. Yeah, this is a pretty simple layer. This is the end right here. No boss or anything. It's just a void stake.
So how many bosses do you need to defeat in this run?
I don't know, like not that many.
Probably like 10 to 15.
I think less than that.
So 10 does sound like a lot.
Well, there's 17 layers. So probably less than 10 bosses, I think. Yeah, we just gotta do more dive spamming. We gotta get the timing perfect to get the most amount of speed boosts.
Can you at any time relax your hands?
No.
Great.
Well, you got like 30 seconds right at the end of the run.
That's enough.
Yeah, that's all you need. And this is gonna be my favorite layer right here. I love this layer because the movement is so cool. People want to try to ruin it with a clip that saves 6 seconds, but I'm not doing that clip because it's boring. So we just gotta get all the way to that like chimney thing over there, and we do that by doing some crazy movement and skips. Gonna explain the fats. And
Yeah,
AFATs.
it's probably about time, isn't it? Hold on.
You just want to read it.
I'm going to read it verbatim. The movement tech I mainly use is called Fast Air Turf Surfs, also known as FATs, and Aerial Fast Air Turf Sets, AFATs. You can tell which one I use, because DK does a little twirl in the air with an AFAT. FATs are used for a horizontal speed boost, mostly before starting a surf. AFATs are used to gain height, so they will mainly be used to reach high places. I fell.
Lovely how I could read along with that.
Oh, that's not good. Third time's a charm.
Nice.
There we go.
Nice.
Yeah, the timing for these is a little bit more finicky than it looks. It's kind of like with Odyssey cap dives. You have to optimize the timing of your inputs to gain more height.
We still have a boss fight.
Do we still just jump on this guy and punch him in the head?
Yep.
Nice.
With a rock. Gotta grab this big rock here. Do that. And do some more dive mashing. And then I want to go over here because this manipulates his position. And then high tags. That's right, I just did there was found by someone called high tags. He's my goat. And that is the layer done.
I guess this is downtime as well.
Yeah. These cutscenes are unskippable. And they're like 20 seconds each, I think.
Is it divide now?
Yeah.
Trying to remember the order.
It's so quiet in the loading scenes.
Do we still get the banana at the start here? Because I can explain the skill tree.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the only layer where we're actually going to grab a banana. So unlike with Odyssey, where moons are used to progress, the bananas are used to progress the skill tree, which the only skill that we actually require for the run is gliding with the Ostrich. So we'll only grab this, and then once we grab the Ostrich, we'll get that point on the skill tree. Because it is an extremely overpowered skill for crossing large gaps.
I'm kind of sad to not see this animation more often.
So here there's 2 different layers we can go to. There's the freezer layer on the left and the forest on the right. And I'm gonna go right so I can get the bird. But the top runners now use a route called Ostrichless, which is, it saves 40 seconds and you skip getting the bird. And it includes some very hard movement, which they all say is easy, but it's not.
I was about to say, that sounds awful considering how much you're going to use the ostrich in the rest of the run.
Yeah, it is quite hard. Shout out Twirly.
And yeah, we actually want to avoid hitting any gold now, because at the end of each of these sections, like at the end of a Star in Galaxy, I just refer everything to Mario. Like at the end of Stars with Galaxy, it counts the amount that you get, so you lose less time if you get less gold.
Do we have time for just a few donations?
Yeah, we can.
Sure. So we have our first $10 donation from Pika PLCU saying thank you again for doing an incredible week of fun and runs for an amazing cause. Thank you very much for that. We have also a $10 donation from Fun Diggity saying it's time for ESA Winter 26. I hear the hype in the crowd to be back again, but I promise you my wife's son is cheering for this runner even louder. And then we have a $50 donation from Adelan with no message, but thank you very much for that.
Let's see if I get this.
Oh, now it's time to...
Nice.
Okay, nice.
So what I just did there is a record dupe, and it's a 2-frame window trick where you swing the record and then drop it within 2 frames of it going into the hole, and it doesn't actually duplicate the record piece. It actually teleports the other record piece to you. I don't really understand how it works fully, but yeah, we just call it record duping because that's easier to understand.
It's one of the few trick names in the game that is actually related to what you're doing.
That means the fun ones are coming up.
So this is where I get the glide, and we can do some cool stuff with it.
So we essentially, what Neil did there was just mashing dive and punch over and over again. And it essentially just refreshes the gliding animation. You can't do it forever, but you can do it for a solid 10 seconds or so before you just go into a regular glide.
We will see a lot of that, I think, flatter stalling.
Flutter stalling?
Now that we have the ostrich finally. Which is kind of sad because I like when he just surfs around.
So when you start gliding with the ostrich, you have like a flutter that I don't really know exactly what it does. It just kind of, I think it makes you go faster or keeps you in the air without losing height for longer. And so swinging a chunk basically just extends how long you do that for, so you don't lose height. And I think it also makes you go a little bit faster too.
Also, you'll notice what Neil just did there. He swapped back and forth Bananzas. Instead of, if you're airborne, you obviously don't want to come out of Bananza and go back in. But if you have a full Bananza meter, if you switch Bananzas, it refreshes the meter.
Yeah, we will be doing that a lot throughout the run. There are very long sections where you just stay in Bananza and keep refreshing it. Because the Bananzas are just so much better than normal DK. I'm gonna grab an apple juice for something later. It's not that important, but I just get it for safety.
I think this is the coolest boss in the game.
Yeah, I really like this
Wise.
boss.
So normally you're expected to use the ostrich for most of this fight, but using it,
Why would you?
we don't need it.
Do use it here though.
Oh, okay. My bad. I saw a clip from Xbox once.
Yeah,
But you didn't use it at all.
that strat at the end is a bit annoying because you can get an input drop and it just doesn't work.
I do think this game overall, even outside of the speedrun, is just so interesting with the destroying everything and using everything mechanic. Which we saw like a little bit earlier where he just ran into like a wall and the wall almost crumbled. I love this game so much for that.
It is a great mechanic. There is more time for any donations if we have any.
We've got a few to get through. So first of all, we have a $15 donation from Eric that just says Bananza. Thank you very much. We have a $20 donation from Anonymous, which goes towards our Sly 3 practice tool showcase, but no message. And then we have a $20 donation from Jonas W that says, let's go. I hope you have a great ESA and nice to see the marathon format making a return. Thank you very much.
So this next layer has the first proper skip using flutter stalling. There's a bridge that we have to like bring up by destroying void machines, but we don't actually need the bridge at all. I will be getting half of it because it's just a lot easier, but you can technically do it without any of it. I just need to go down here and destroy this thingy, and that will lift up a bridge for me.
So yeah, under normal circumstances, we'd be expected to do the freezer layer, but due to the skip, we can skip that entirely. Nice.
I do think this is one of the newer speedruns that's just so fun to watch.
So we gotta go back to the earlier layers here to fight Void Kong, because he's trying to steal all the bananas or something. I don't know. I didn't watch the cutscenes. But yeah, we just have to go to 2 different layers and fight him twice.
You can't see it, but
Oh.
there's insane mashing going on.
That is very, like, pretty hard to do, by the way. Like, you can move the thingy up before the dialogue, and it just saves a tiny amount of time.
These next 2 fights are pretty cool. So are all the Void Kong fights, really, because we essentially predict where he's going to go and just throw a chunk ahead of time.
Oh, the chunk broke. That's not good. I overshot it.
Oh.
I overshot it
Oh,
again.
no.
Okay, let me go up here. There we go. Hopefully I can get the early finish here. Good work. There we go.
Nice.
So I finished in 1 position earlier than he was supposed to be. I don't really know how it works, but it does. Now we need to go to the Lagoon lair and just do that same thing again.
Do we have another quick moment to read some more of these donations?
Yeah.
We have a $10 donation from Kirabi Kami, which just says, let's go. And we have a $20 donation from Frames Bond that just says, it's so great to see this wonderful event return. Huge thanks to everyone involved in making it happen. Wishing everyone a great time and sending all love. Thank you very much for that. Just a reminder, guys, that we do have an incentive now, which is running for the next run, which is Sly 3 Practice Tool Showcase. I'm just saying that because I'm seeing a lot of these donations not getting put towards targets. If you put them towards a target, then that will get that met faster. We could have had that target well on its way by now. So remember to get your donations in and put them towards the incentives that we've got going.
So now we've got to go back to the junction and fight Void again. For the final time in this layer. This one's a little bit different to the others. This loading screen is very long. That's the longest load in the game for some reason. Oh, I missed. We need to destroy these 3 machines here. It's pretty quick. He's gonna spawn walls around them. Last one's made of lava, so we have to jump over it. And then just go to the middle and beat him up a little bit.
Nice.
And now to get into this next layer. There is a cannon here, but it is very slow. So we actually just jump into this big hole. And that's much faster than the cannon. And in this hole there's actually going to be some more intentional gold grabbing, because it can save 0.5 seconds if you get like 170 gold in this hole for some reason, because it skips one of the loading screens or something. I don't know. But I found it once by accident while drunk. So
When most great discoveries are made.
that should work. So skips the usual like tooltip text box loading screen and just goes straight into the layer. There's a tiny amount of time. This layer is very straightforward. We gotta go up to this guy, make him spawn a bridge, and pick it up, because this is liftoff ore. It makes you fly. And then just fly straight into this watermelon. That is the end of the layer.
I'm very excited because soon there's coming up a part that Neil only talked about as that bird that I hate.
Yep.
Why?
It's just a very irritating bird, or as some people would call it, a very unreasonable bird. The boss fight, it can be very annoying sometimes.
Yeah, the hitboxes are slightly egregious when you're trying to throw stuff at it. It might just bounce off even though it looks like it's gonna hit.
Yep. This is one of the longer layers of the run, because you have to fight the same boss 3 times. Well, we kind of just did that in the last layer, but this is a little bit different because there's more stuff in between.
Yeah, so for this boss, essentially we want to hit both the wings, and then the boss will fall to the ground, and then after that we can just punch him in the face.
It's a little bit different every time you fight it. It gets faster. It like shoots out different stuff from its mouth. I did not mean to do that. And yeah, it just gets harder generally. Here we're gonna do another record dupe. Hopefully it works as well as it did last time. But it is quite difficult.
It's also the last record due.
Yeah. This is the last Bananza upgrade we're getting, and the last record we're gonna have to be duping. There we go.
There we go.
The good thing about that is if you go too early, you're fine. You can just try again. If you go too late, it's just GG. That is the final tutorial that we're going to be quitting out of.
You could kind of see which animal you might have gotten. Oh, now you can definitely see it.
I wonder what animal it's going to be. Yeah, this is the elephant Bananza. It's pretty useful. And the Ostrich runners use it quite a lot because it can do something called an elefat, which is just an elephant fast air turf surf. You can do multiple in the air by pulling out chunks and doing some very fast inputs. I cannot do them, but some insane players can.
So now we get to do the boss again.
Yeah. Go down here, do it again, but this time it shoots lava instead of snow or whatever it did in the first one. But I missed my shot, never mind. I was gonna say you can knock him out of the air very quickly, but that was fast enough. Maybe on the third one. This sub-layer I do not like at all because of the one part in the middle. It doesn't work half the time, but hopefully it will this time. It's literally just a straight line to the end, to the third bird fight.
Also, as the elephant, you can store multiple chunks. I think up to 5.
Yep.
Which hopefully will speed up the fights quite a bit.
Oh wow, I got 2. So that's the part that doesn't work half the time. It just gave me twice as much as it was supposed to, so that's good, I guess. What I just grabbed there was liftoff ore for the end part. We'll see why I need it very soon.
This is the first time the ostrich has looked like an ostrich to me.
That's not what I want.
So the reason that Neil went back to grab that rock there is that the other material was too soft, it would have run out before we made it over the chasm. Because material hardness matters on zip lines.
I believe some of the chunks even have names.
Oh yeah, we do have names for chunks in this game, but that will become relevant a bit later on. There are some interesting names, some that I cannot say on stream.
Oh.
I missed again. Well, that was still pretty good. That is the third and final bird fight. We just gotta dive down here to destroy the mask once and for all.
And yeah, although spamming punch is generally faster for most dives, if you let go there, you will just get sent straight back to the top.
Yeah, this was just holding B actually for the first time, I felt like. I wish you could also see just actually the controls, because half the time it's just like shaking constantly.
Yeah. We do have some time for more donations here.
Are there any donations? Okay.
You'll have to bear with me.
No.
Someone was speaking in my ear at the same time. We have a few donations to get through. We have a donation from Exastra. It says $20. It says, "Hype, ESA Winter 26 is here. Off to a great week." We also have a $20 donation from I'm really sorry about that. We have a $20 donation from $5, which just says Sly Cooper incentive, and you'll be surprised to know that went to the Sly Cooper incentive. Our last donation is a $10 donation from Sammy that just says, "My boy Neil opening ESA in the Big 26. Good luck, man."
Yo, Sammy.
Next time, just throw something at me.
I'll find something.
This next layer has the first clip of the run that I will be doing. It's pretty easy, but can sometimes be very annoying. You just gotta go over here, climb up this wall, a very specific spot, and there's just a bit of a glitchy roof that lets you go through.
Yeah, as with Odyssey's Collision, There's
Yep.
a couple of holes in the seams that you can just go straight through if you get the right positioning and angle.
And yeah, we just fall all the way down to the bottom. I'm gonna be doing a little bit extra here for the fans. So I just gotta do this, you know. Just get some fossils real quick. I need to get 8 to do something really cool. Can I talk to this guy? Oh, not that one. This one.
Woo!
I'm just gonna go here and change real quick.
This is very important for the run.
Yeah, this saves loads of time.
Well, it can't be ugly during the run.
Yeah. Now continuing with the run as normal. We've got to go down here and fight the boss from the start again, because they obviously couldn't think of any new bosses. So we just
Except this time, we just switched to the elephant and just breathe the boss in, essentially. Take from that what you will.
I was doing this like the casual way for so long, and then somebody commented on one of my PBs and told me to do that, and it changed my life forever.
What would be the casual way in this case?
Just doing whatever works, I guess. Like just punching it over and over,
Oh, but that
hoping
sounds-
for the best.
That sounds boring in comparison.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, if you wouldn't have gotten that color of fur, this scene would be so much slower.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We can do a few more donations here.
Okay, yep, we've got a $20 donation from Jake ZSR that just says,
Go.
shout outs to 9EO, good luck on the run. And then we have a $50 donation from Marai that just says, thank you to everyone who joined our little nail painting corner. Love you all. Thank you very much for the donation. And don't forget, guys, there's an incentive for the next run, so get your donations in and make sure you're putting your donations to a target, and they'll get that met as well. Thank you very much.
So this next layer is another very, very fast one. I think it's the shortest layer in the run. You literally just go in a straight line to the end. That's basically it.
Yeah, so casually you do a whole race here, basically, to get through the layer, but they did absolutely nothing to stop you from just going straight to the end. So that's exactly what we're going to do.
I've never done this race before.
Even casually?
Nope.
Fair enough.
There is actually dialogue for skipping it, so it was in some way intended. Pauline says we should go back and try and win that race sometime. But yeah, we just...
So you're saying the anti-skip dialogue means the skip is intended?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh no, it's Radiance next. Poppy Club. Coming up in the next layer is a very, very difficult trick that I want to do because it looks cool. And it saves 40 seconds if you get it first try. But it's like hardly RTA viable. I got it in my PB just by pure luck. So I'm just praying that I can get it today. I've been practicing a lot, so...
Is there a paragraph for this? Do you want me to explain it while you do it?
I think there's a little bit of text about it.
It's basically what you said already.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it the Poppy Club?
Yeah.
There's long loading screen. So here, right at the start, there's these enemies that can't be damaged unless they're in light. So this guy has a key we need, so we gotta bring him into the light, and then just throw a rock at him. And now we can go to the next sub-layer. And the next sub-layer is equally as fast, if not faster.
This is where you get the snake power up normally.
Yeah.
But the
Oh.
key is relatively easy to grab without.
Yeah, who needs that?
I skipped this in my casual playthrough too.
What did
I
you
feel
do in your
like you
casual
did not
playthrough?
do a casual playthrough.
I was,
At what point is it no longer a casual playthrough?
from the start. So this is where I'm gonna do the clip, hopefully. It's a very janky trick. Because it's a clipping method called a roll punch clip. You have to get a very specific chunk shape. Hopefully this works. There we go. And then drop it on this wall. And just do that and pray that you go through the wall.
Oh my god.
Surely this won't take that long.
No, no.
If I could get my chunks. I don't know why this is not working. There we go.
Nice.
Wow. That went a lot better than I was expecting. I'm so glad that worked fast.
I would say you still saved at least 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is Poppy Kong. You just stun lock her and then jump on her head. That's about it.
Yeah, she's normally meant to run around the room, but if you hit her quick enough, that does not happen.
And that is one of 2 boss fights in this layer. She's just gonna give us a key because she's decided she doesn't work for Void Kong anymore. She just quit right there and then.
I'm surprised you know the story since you've never had a casual playthrough.
That's what other people have told me.
Just never read that textbook.
Nope. We're gonna do a long flutter stall over here. That gave me a little less gold than it was supposed to, but that's fine. And over here is why I grabbed the glowstone from earlier with the elephant right before Poppy Clip.
Yeah, so all of the hardened sections basically will disappear if exposed to light. So instead of smashing the top of that tower to get the sunlight to open the hole for us, we can just pull a light chunk out and it'll let us fall through anyway.
I was mind blown when I found out you could do that. And here's the second boss fight, Grumpy Kong. We just gotta get on top of him. Not like that. Break the roof to expose his helmet to the light. We can break it. And that is that layer done. There's no tunnel this time because it just takes you straight to the next layer through a cutscene. And we're going to be doing some clips here.
This is a fun one. Is this? Do we still call this Prison Break, or does it have
Yeah,
a new name?
this is
Okay,
Prison
thank
Break.
God. So yeah, essentially we grab a chunk, we line up on a very specific spot, throw it at a very specific place, and hopefully you'll climb up and go straight through the roof. I
That is
had
the
to do that
easiest clip in the
explanation fast.
We're basically doing the same thing for this next clip. Chicken Jockey Clip. That is the real name by the person who found it.
Finally.
That's the only name. There is no alternative. We're
So
gonna
do we
drop
still
this right
have to
here.
say chicken chalky when you do it, or
No, they
I will
didn't
not be
have
doing that.
you won't?
that. This might work. This does not work. That's fine. Just break the trunk and try again. That might work. That does work. Oh, I got ballooned. Oh no, this is scary. Hold on.
Yes, it is out of balloons now, so
There we go.
There
if that
we
would happen again,
go.
we would have died.
Chicken jockey.
Chicken jockey. I want at least one donation just with chicken jockey.
So here we're gonna turn on the music and just get to the middle, and that's about the rest of the whole layer. There are 3 you're supposed to do, but that clip just allows us to do the 3rd one because they only check for the 3rd one, which is interesting, and that saves about 3 minutes. So that's kind of cool. And there is an interesting side effect of the prison break clip that I did, because it's a pretty big sequence break. The rest of the layers will no longer have intro cutscenes, and I forget that a lot, and I pause by accident trying to skip the cutscene. So yeah, now the music is on, and we can go and talk to Poppy and finish the layer.
It's such a beautiful game. You can be like Neil and not play it at all, but I do recommend at least playing it casually once.
Just speedrun it.
Or just speedrun it,
A great speedrun.
if you can mash. No, it is a great speedrun.
Oh, and by the way, we haven't had Pauline for this layer. I forgot to explain that. So we weren't able to use Bananza transformations, but that doesn't matter anyway, because we don't need them. But we're gonna jump into this eel's mouth here, so we can go and save Pauline, who's been turned back into a rock for some reason.
Which you could know why, probably.
Maybe, I don't know.
Okay.
So this is kind of a boss fight, in a way. Pauline's gonna shoot up rocks at us, and we have to break these little cages around her.
Have we ever worked out what causes it to break instantly? Nice. 2 for 1 there. Yeah, sometimes you'll hit it square on, and it'll just put a hole in it, and sometimes you'll hit the very corner, and it will break the entire thing, and we have no idea why.
Yeah, what I did there is kind of the most consistent way to do it. You hit 2, and then you hit in the middle, and it breaks both, because you have to hit once. You have to hit one side twice for it to break, and if you do in the middle, it counts as 1 to both. So yeah. Oh, that's not ideal. Okay. So there I grabbed some salt for the boss fight at the end. There's an interesting strat. It's called Muck Tua. We'll see that in a couple minutes.
This one I'm on your side, Kyle. We don't not need to
Thank
say
you.
it when it happens. But if someone from the audience would scream it, that would be a totally different story.
So yeah, here we do another clip. We require a specific shape of rock for this one, and the lineup
This is
is
called Smooth Criminal.
much more precise. Yeah, this rock type is called Smooth Criminal. Did Tyron name that?
I think so, yeah.
I thought so, yeah.
This should work. There we go.
Nice.
Nice. And yeah, Neil also had to be very careful there to fall in the right way. If you go too far left or too far right, the trick will not work.
Yeah, there's a very small gap between death barriers. And since I have no balloons, I would have just died. So I'm glad I didn't. And we just fly straight to the boss here.
So yeah, for this boss fight, what Neil's gonna do, normally you would throw salt at the boss to get rid of the outer layer, and then you can hit the boss from the inside, but with very specific positioning, you can do that. And you can also skip the phase. I decided I'd shut up and let you do it.
There we go.
So yeah, is it re-grabbing the salt and then hitting him again at a specific time?
So once you end the phase and it kind of like slows down a little, you want to switch the elephant and pull out a salt chunk and throw it at like the goop, and it starts burning him again and just lets you go into the next phase of damage. It kind of just counts as if the next phase has already started and you've bursted the goop again. So yeah, you just do that twice. You do all 3 phases in one go. Otherwise, there would be pretty long cutscenes between, and he would change positions, and it's very slow compared to that. But there's a pretty long tunnel here, so we can have some more donations.
We've no messages at the minute, but just to remind everyone to get your donations in, and all donations will benefit the Make-A-Wish Foundation. There's some really important work that they do, so any donations that do come in, we really do appreciate it. Thank you very much.
So we're essentially into the end game now. These are the last 3 layers, and mostly revolve around boss fights.
Yeah, we're going into the Forbidden Layer now, which Pauline thinks is the core, but spoiler, it's not. And yeah, there's a familiar face at the end of this layer, and he really loves destroying your frame rate.
Which also makes you lose inputs. So if this goes flawlessly, I am very impressed.
Yeah, there's a lot of dropped inputs when the frames are dropped. And it makes this boss fight very, very hard, but we've all kind of gotten used to the lag now where we can adapt to it. So hopefully this goes fine. Probably. This, once again, is literally just a straight line to the end, like most players. So we just gotta fly across some gaps. Some very perfectly placed islands for us. It's almost as if they knew we were gonna be doing this.
Yeah, so normally you'd have to use gold to make bridges across the whole section, which would lose a lot of time, because I think it's at about 30,000 gold you need total? I don't remember from casual. You probably just did the skip, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I think
Plus you did.
it's 20 or 30.
Yeah. So yeah, that'd be an extra 20 or 30,000 gold we'd have to grab through the run, which would slow us down quite a lot.
Wow, that was smooth.
My brain wants to compare this game constantly to Odyssey, and I've successfully not done it so far.
I've done it more than once.
Well, it is at sub hour now, so it's basically.
It is basically Odyssey.
Yeah. But we got it faster, so we're better.
Alright.
So yeah, we gotta. Oh, that's not ideal.
Interesting.
Well, that's not that bad. It was at the start of the fight, which is lucky. I don't know why there was a gap in that bridge. I've never seen that before. And we just restart the boss fight real quick.
So yeah, like with the previous fights, we're gonna preemptively throw a lot of the chunks.
I thought that was gonna hit him.
That scared me.
I had a CTJ somehow. CTJ is a chunk triple jump. Just lets you jump in the air. They're not that important. They mostly happen by accident. But yeah, here we gotta surf across the lava, which is really scary because we're using sand and it breaks very quickly. So if one input drops or something, then the sand will break and I will just die. That'd be very sad. But yeah, here is the end of the fight.
Which this is the game where the input drops a lot.
Yeah.
Great.
Now Donkey Kong is a rock. I don't know why that happened, but it did. If only there was a cutscene to watch that explained it to me.
I can't even chastise you because I skipped that cutscene in my character playthrough as well. I was bored of watching cutscenes.
Now we have an even longer tunnel. Now we're going to the core, for real, this time. Doing this is pretty painful. I have to like tense my hand a lot to try and get the timing right. And it's not good for long sessions, but it's
I love
fast,
that-
so.
Sorry. I love that they're forcing us to learn something about this game during these tunnels, which I'm assuming you've also never read, but I am currently reading.
Yeah, I put the game in Japanese so I don't have to learn the lore. And that is the final tunnel. of the run. There is one dialogue I know. It's because it drags your camera up. Because what Pauline has to say is really important. Is that a statue of Rool? No. But yeah, this layer, we're literally just going from minecart to minecart in as straight a line as possible. This is the longest layer of the run. It's like 11 minutes long or something. It's quite intense. So not every layer is just a straight line where I just surf, fortunately. There is some actual interesting stuff going on this next one. This is Neki Skyway, I think? Something like that. There's a pretty long skip. Oh, I got it right. There's a pretty long skip here. You just skip this whole bridge by flying all the way to the end. It's not that hard. People do this without the Ostrich, by the way. They use the elephant, and it's insane. I'm gonna grab some gold there. I wanted to get 2 balls, but I got 1. That's fine. We need those for the boss fight that's coming up, and there's a enemy rush at the end of this layer.
I guess, did we ever mention that collecting gold refills the Bananza meter?
I don't think we did.
I don't think we did. That does happen.
Yeah.
That's why we still grab gold.
Yeah. One ball again. That's not great. I mean, it's not that bad, but it's just not ideal. This layer has had so many different versions of skipping it. I'll be doing the most simple one, which is just flying in a straight line.
Yeah, that's what I meant when I said I don't think we're going to see a lot of surfing anymore, since we are able to. It's barely flat. It's barely flying. I wouldn't call it flying, actually. Throwing the rock around.
This next layer is gonna have the first, well, yeah, the first boss fight of this, the core. It's somebody we fought before.
Oh my god.
And it's not Void again. He's gone. This cannon is very slow, but skipping it only saves 0.5 seconds if done perfectly, so there's not really any.
So why didn't you do it?
Because I can't play perfectly. This is basically the same thing as the last time we did it. We just hit him with a rock and then bounce on his head. This next part is a little different. If it works, that did not work. That did not work either. His thing is fully exposed. How is this not working? I'm gonna die. There we go.
Okay.
That went perfectly fine.
Optimal.
Yeah. That's about the halfway point of this layer. There's just some more going in straight lines and riding minecarts. Saying it out loud makes it sound really boring, but promise me, trust me, it's not. At least there's a little bit of downtime, but we still have to hold the stick forward to make the minecart go slightly faster. We never get to free our hands in this game.
You have a little bit of downtime. Can I read these quick 2 donations? Is that right?
Sorry?
Can I quickly read these 2 donations we've got here? Have we got a little bit of downtime? Is that okay?
Yeah.
First of all, we have a $5 donation from $20, similar to the $20 donation we had from $5 earlier on, which also goes to the Slide 3 incentive for the Practice Tool Showcase. Thank you very much. And then we have a $5 donation from Kingo that just says, a little late, but here you go, chicken jockey.
Chicken jockey.
Thank you.
For the It's just a very long thorn section. You just surf across and hit these little guys to break the gold. And yeah, that's basically it. There's a little thing that happens if you spam switching Bananza. The camera kind of lags behind a bit. I don't know why that happens. I don't think it makes you faster, but it feels like it does. But I just do that sometimes because it's goofy. And here is the Coliseum enemy rush. It's pretty satisfying when it goes well, but that doesn't happen often.
I was gonna say, I hate this section.
There's a fossil here we have to grab for good luck. I grab it every single run. Here we go.
Nice.
I don't think I've ever done a run that I haven't gone there. Yeah, so there's a few, I don't even know how many enemy rushes there are, like rounds, but they're pretty easy. Some are a little weird, but how did the floor just break under me? Yeah, oh, that's an auto-aim moment right there. So when you throw a trunk, the game tries to aim automatically for you, but 90% of the time it misses automatically. So it's a really bad feature, and that has killed a run before. What?
Kind of like that.
He's a little close there.
Well, no, it's fine.
I don't like this chunk in a way. This is a pretty cool strat here. We get to destroy all three with one ball.
God.
Oh, never mind. We got
Almost.
through somehow. That's fine.
But it looks cool.
And this will be the final phase here. He's very close to me. Surely this just hits him.
Oh, nice.
There we go.
Well, see, we had to use gold there, because they're made out of metal. A regular chunk wouldn't have worked.
Yeah. And also, throwing as Kong with a gold chunk does more damage than throwing as anyone else, because Kong throws stronger. I didn't know that for a very long time.
I just found that out. I did speedruns of this game.
Maybe you need to start again.
Absolutely not. I don't have the forearms for it.
Here we're just skipping straight into the core, and we're gonna fight this big crocodile guy. Whatever his name is. I don't watch the cutscenes.
Don't know King K. Rool.
Oh, so yeah, speaking of forearms, this is where it gets the worst. Most of damage in K. Rool is just
That was too early.
mashing.
Oh no. That's tragic. That's not that bad. Just do the skip again and try again. Hopefully without getting hit by the ball. There we go.
Nice.
So there you have to punch K. Rool 10 times before hitting the ball back, because for some reason if you don't, it does very little damage.
Yeah,
I'm gonna try and do this here, but it might not go well.
the boss fights are kind of programmed to be done in a certain way, so our speedrun strategy also has to follow that.
For the longest time, I believed that King K. Rool was from the Kirby universe and not from Donkey Kong, because I never played a Donkey Kong game and only saw him in Smash Bros. And I think I only discovered it like a year ago. So,
Nice. There we go.
nice.
So the run's over, right?
Yeah, that's the run over. GG. There's definitely not nothing else after this.
That boss fight took me like 2 hours casually. And when I realized afterwards that there was more, there was some choice words.
But like, there's the cutscene. What do you mean? Like, it's so it's a title.
It's the credits are gonna
It
roll.
has to be over.
Like there's the credits. You know, kaboing, tackle.
I have an OBS recording of me realizing, and you just see the smile on my face just like slowly deplete, and then I left the room. I finished the game another day. I did not want to do another boss fight.
I had a pretty similar experience. Oh my god, he's back!
What? Mark?
So this is a 2-minute cutscene, or not cutscene, auto scroller.
It's essentially a cutscene.
It's basically a cutscene, yeah. Interactive cutscene. You just have to throw gold chunks at K. Rool every time he pops out, and he makes holes in the platform sometimes, and yeah, you just do that for 2 minutes. It's really cool.
I guess the one thing to mention is from this point until the end of the run, we have infinite Bananza.
Yes. Because of the Banandium root or something, I don't know.
Which I don't know if we ever fully explains, but it took.
It's fine.
I'm sure you all understood it perfectly by now.
The song goes crazy though.
It does go pretty hard, yeah.
Absolute banger. My aim is terrible.
It's unfortunate that it's coupled with such a mundane gameplay section.
Does it matter that you missed the throw? Does it actually?
I don't think so. Some people say if you hit all the shots like as soon as possible with Kong, then it saves 2 seconds, but I do not believe that.
Okay.
And it's 2 seconds anyway, who cares? Oh yeah, there's just a really long awkward pause here because we're like hitting K. Rool too fast. That phase was supposed to go on longer than it actually did. And this is the last phase here. He's gonna pop out one more time. We just throw that at him. Now I gotta lock in for this final bit because this is some pretty difficult movement. RIP all of those people, by the way.
Once again, I wanted to talk about Odyssey, and I stopped myself once
I mean,
again.
it is New Dog City, so.
Yeah.
That is, yeah. I guess it's almost valid this time.
I think it is.
Yeah. I mean, this is straight out
Just
of
how I remember it.
Yeah, it might look slightly different in Odyssey.
So those bridges, that bridge I just flew past, you're supposed to use the zebra to walk across that. We haven't mentioned the zebra at all because it's never used in speedruns because it's useless. My Switch input just dropped. That was terrifying. But yeah, you can actually just pass all of those without the zebra, and it's not too hard. This last one is a little bit difficult. So I gotta really lock in here. There is a chance of everything going horribly wrong, but hopefully not. Gonna grab one more gold ball and start the ending sequence.
So yeah, we use the gold here to solidify the snake, basically, so that we can jump on top of it.
This is just what New Dong City looked like before Pauline got mayor, so... I'm sure that's lore accurate, what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the hard part done.
Neil wouldn't know anyway.
There is no one here who can correct me, probably, so that's perfect.
I'll say that's another barrel. Oh, not another barrel that we skip, that is a barrel that we skip because it is really slow. You spend like 15 seconds in the air.
This is very painful to do, by the way. It's not much better than its alternative, but
I wish you could see the inputs on the screen. It looks horrible.
It's awful that you're not static as well. Like because you're roll punching, you're forced to move around. So you can't just sit and mash while in neutral.
yeah. So I'm mashing ZL to roll, Y to punch, and I have to move both of my sticks around at the same time. It's pretty rough.
It does look funny on screen though, so I guess that's a positive.
Yeah. So there's 3 phases like the last one, but he just has significantly more health. If you miss one of the phase damage gates, you're basically cooked. So I just gotta pray that that does not happen. And I don't like how much boop is on the arena right now, but it should be fine.
Yeah, there's a specific phase of this fight that we do not want him to go into, because it loses a solid 30-ish seconds.
I don't like this. Should be over soon. Once the health bar is empty, there will be a cutscene. Donkey Kong is going to punch K. Rool in the face, and time ends when the punch hits him in the face. Assuming I don't die. Very, very soon.
Oh.
And time. $111, that's not bad.
I was about to say that's almost the exact time you said you were gonna get.
Is it? I don't remember.
Well,
off the
to
top of my
me,
head.
not to the 120 estimate, but
Oh. Well, that is the run. There's a... I don't really have anything much else to say. But we have Trans DK in the cutscene. Let's go. There's a banger song coming up. We could listen to that together.
I don't-
Could skip this and go straight to this.
I was going to say. There you go.
Banger. Well,
Anyone else got anything to say? Got any shout outs? Got any? Do you want me just to move over?
I
No,
don't
good?
think so, no.
All right, well, thank you very much. We'll pass over to the question in this second, but give us a second. We'll just go to the quick intermission. Thank you very much.